Planet Dolan.
From marrying a stranger to jumping in a feather-filled dumpster, the Planet Dolan crew reenacts some of the best true stories from our subreddit about the weirdest jobs we were paid to do. I'm Pringle1, and today I'll be your narrator. Number 10 was submitted by MajorKittens. Martian was paid $80 by his neighbor to record the culprit who had been pooping on his lawn every Friday afternoon. His neighbor knew that someone was opening the fence gate to do the deed. Martian agreed and began to watch his house. That Friday afternoon, he set up a camera on his window which faced his neighbor's yard. After eating dinner, he went back to see if his camera had recorded anything. It did. About half an hour after his father left for work, his son walked out of the house, squatted, and took a massive dump on the lawn. Martian laughed his ass off, especially when he heard the kid shout, "Come on already, please." When he finished, he smelled his own poop before going back into the house. A moment later, he took his dog outside, which took a dump on the lawn too. The kid picked the dog poop up with his hands, put it on his poop, and smelled it again. Ugh. That time, he really put his nose in the pile. Oh yeah, that was pretty funny. The next morning, Martian went to his neighbors with the footage. His neighbor grounded his son for 2 weeks and then paid Martian $100. Number 9 was submitted by Nuclear Nerd 666. The weirdest job Mimi had was when she was 10. She was saving up for some origami paper and wanted to make some extra money. So, she found a guy who was willing to cough up some cash if she flayed her arms and ran around town while screaming about Advil and Life Alert. While she was doing what she was told, people in town looked at her as though she was crazy. It turned out that the guy was recording her doing all that and was going to call the video, "Gay Autistic Kid Runs and Screams." Afterwards, he only gave Mimi a measly penny. Outraged, she took out her camera and filmed herself kicking him in the nuts. When she then posted on Twitter, when he begged her to take it down, she told him that she would take it down if he gave her $20. He gave her the money and took the video he made of her down. In the end, she ended up buying some high quality origami paper. Number 8 was submitted by Lee Cookie Master 284829. Sid's friend decided to pay him $75 to go into the canal behind his house and hose out the biggest den he could find. He agreed to do it, so he went to the canal to look for a big den. When he found one, he grabbed the hose and flooded it. It turned out that the den he chose belonged to a pack of coyotes, which were still inside. Sid still got the $75, a bunch of laughs from his friend, and a lesson to never go near that canal again. Number 7 was submitted by Kalis Creek. When Ramona was 8, a teacher told her that he would give her money if she brought him some rocks. Ramona agreed and started to collect them. She collected rocks for him over the course of 2 years, even though she didn't know why. Sometimes Ramona would hear kids screaming. She also saw some of them running out of the classroom while crying and sporting bloody heads. She eventually found out that the teacher would take one of the rocks she would bring him and smash it over a kid's head. God damn! The next year, she got him as a teacher, and every day he would smash her head with a rock. Jesus Christ, there's like no good ending to that. That's just terrible. That's just terrible. Number 5 was submitted by 11212. One day, Paprika was out shopping when a distressed girl walked up to her. She said,
"Will you take my place at a wedding tomorrow? I'll give you $300 to wear my dress and everything. It's all under my name. Please."
Since it was $300 and she believed that she could really use the money, Paprika agreed. Despite marrying a complete stranger under someone else's name, everything was normal. Number 4 was submitted by That One Dog That Does. When Ladybot and her girlfriend, Sharpie, were at the park one day, they saw a guy filming. He saw them and said,
"Hey, you two, you want to make $20?
Of course, Ladybot and Sharpie said that they did. The guy told them to go in a bush that was about 7 feet away and pretend to make out. So they did what they were told. While filming them, the guy whispered,
"I found these 2 girls having sex in a bush."
As soon as he said that, he ran away. Ladybot decided to look on the bright side. At least she got to make out with her girlfriend. Number 3 was submitted by Thinks Adrian 025. One time, when he was visiting his aunt, Greg was given a weird job offer. His aunt told him that if he plucked all her white hair, she would pay him. He asked her how much she would pay. She told him that she would pay him $2 per white strand of hair that he plucked. Thinking it was a good deal, he agreed. In the end, Greg ended up earning $20. Number 2 was submitted by Dolan Fan 163. Derek's friend, Lost Fox, told him that he would give him $70 if he performed a dangerous stunt. The stunt would be jumping off a building and into a dumpster full of nothing but feathers. Derek needed the money, so he agreed to do it. After jumping off the building and landing in the dumpster, he ended up breaking an arm. Since Derek broke his arm, Lost Fox decided to give him $100 instead. And that's gonna pay for his hospital bills. Number 1 was submitted by W. Dexter 0915. When Hellbent was 14, his crush told him that she would give him $300 if he went to school naked. So, the next day, Hellbent did what his crush asked him to do, only he left his underwear on. After getting to class, he noticed that the girls were blushing while they stared at him. The teacher noticed and told him to go to the nurse's office to get something to put on. Hellbent not only got his $300, but also his crush's heart. Huge thanks for the folks over on our Planet Dolan subreddit for submitting their stories.
We have another question for you.